That's that's freaking ridiculous. That is so bloody good. Holy shit. G'day guys, Shane Mostert here. If you're new to the channel, check out the description below. Everything that we're talking about today is linked down the bottom there. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. I do 2 videos each and every week all about small sensor photography. That is your phones, action cameras, all that sort of stuff. And I'll bring you 2 videos each and every week. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and I'll see you each and every week. So what are we doing today? We're comparing the iPhone 11 Pro and the Pixel 4a in low light conditions. Low light conditions, nothing. We're shooting astrophotography. We're going to see if we can shoot the Milky Way with both of these things. Well, I've got a feeling they both do it. I know the iPhone does it, and I've seen other images of the Pixel 4a that can do it, but I haven't done it. Why is this important? Well, where I live is miles from anywhere. It's 60k to the nearest significant town. In the town that we live in here, it's about 2,500 people, and the light pollution is, well, it's non-existent. I've got crystal clear skies. I can lay on the ground, turn my head one way, turn it to the other way and see nothing but stars. It's an impressive place when it comes to astrophotography. So I've been taking astrophotos for a long time with a Canon full frame camera with a nice fast lens on the front. I take photos like these. So with the iPhones and with the smartphones, my wife said to me, well, teach people how to take photos with these things. So that's what I'm doing. I've shot with the iPhone 11 Pro for some time now, and I really like it as a camera. It's a really impressive camera, I think. I recently got the Pixel 4a because you guys said, Shane, try the Pixel 4. So Pixel 4a, $350 odd in America. Here it's 600 bucks. And I took some photos a couple of weeks ago. The moon was still out, so you want to avoid that light pollution from the moon. So I took some photos and they look like this. Now that the moon's gone though, well, it's time to really put these two to the test and put them head to head and see which one is better for astrophotography. Let's get into it. So those who watch this channel regularly know there's a few things that we need to look out for with astrophotography. First and foremost is light pollution. And as I just said, I've been kind of ducking and weaving from the moon to try and get away from that. Wait for that phase of the moon to finish so we can take some cool photos. See that? That's the bloody thing rising again. So luckily, we're ready to get these photos underway right now. Well, yesterday was the 1st of November. Today's the 2nd, I think it is. And that means that winter's well and truly over and the bugs are out and about. So pretty much all the videos that you're going to see from me in the next couple of months is going to have bugs and, well, they're just going to be annoying. Doesn't matter, we're taking cool photos. So I've done other videos all about how to find the Milky Way and how to forecast where it's going to be at different times of night. I can tell you right now, it's sitting horizontally out there, and we're going to see what we can do with some trees in the background here. We'll see if we can silhouette those trees against the night sky. First of all, what we're going to do is try the iPhone 11 Pro. So first of all, we've got the iPhone 11 Pro. We'll shoot him. You can see there, we've gone into night mode straight away. We've got the option with the yellow button there. We'll go for a full 30 seconds. That's the maximum time that we can do with the iPhone 11 Pro. Almost done. All right, let's have a look at you. Well, you can see the Milky Way certainly in that photo. You can see the trees down below. That's actually not too bad. I don't mind that at all. That is what I've always come to expect from the iPhone 11 Pro in night mode. I think it's always been pretty bloody good. I'm really been impressed with this camera. All right, let's throw the Pixel 4a in there without moving the tripod, exactly the same photo using astrophotography mode. The differences between the two phones is, well, it's extraordinary. The iPhone 11 Pro, I've always been impressed with it. You guys know I have. Look at all the other videos I've done. It's a pretty impressive camera. for a little phone. Like, I've been shooting astrophotography for years on full frame cameras and nice fast lenses and take some really great photos where we are here because there's so little light pollution. So the iPhone 11 Pro I've always been impressed with. The Pixel 4a, it's a dirt cheap phone with a flagship killer as a camera. This thing is amazing for nighttime photography. So the differences of the two, here's the specs. But as far as astrophotography is concerned, well, we know the exposure triangle, ISO, shutter speed, aperture. On a phone, you can't really change the aperture, not physically. You can change it digitally. Does it matter? Well, it doesn't let any more light in. The shutter speed, you can absolutely change. The ISO, you can absolutely change. But what this Pixel 4a does, it takes lots and lots and lots of photos and stacks them all together, gets rid of all the noise, vast majority of the noise, and you end up with a nice, clean, crisp image. The shutter, if you like, well, it's going for 4 minutes. 4 minutes versus 30 seconds. And I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing. This is the first photo I'm taking right now. It's got 17 seconds to go. It's the first photo I've taken with this phone with no moon. The moon's just coming up way over there on the horizon, so this will probably be the last photo tonight. And we've got 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's have a look at this thing. That's freaking ridiculous. That is so bloody good. Holy shit. So let me take this out of this. Wow. Oh wow. That's bloody ridiculous. That is so impressive. Wow. I didn't think it was going to be that good. You guys have told me for ages, Shane, try the Pixel 4, Pixel camera at all, and holy dooly. Wow, that's amazing. Jesus. Well, the moon's coming up pretty well hard and fast now, so we've lost the window that we've got to shoot tonight. So what I'm going to do with these photos, one from the iPhone, one from the Pixel 4a, I'll take them home, throw them into Lightroom on the computer. We'll really get in nice and close and see how these two compare, and then we'll draw the winner. But looking on the back of each phone, I'll tell you what, that Pixel, bloody hell, that's so impressive. Really, really impressive. Thanks guys for recommending that. That was just that was really cool. But anyway, I'm looking forward to having a look at this on the computer, and I bet you guys are too. All right, I'll have a look at that first thing in the morning. So how good was that? Both of those images, I think, on the back of the phone looks pretty impressive for a phone. So what we've got here is Lightroom. I've got both of those images loaded up here. This one that we're looking at straight away is the iPhone photo, and this one is the Pixel photo. You can see already there's a difference. The Pixel photo, oh look at that, down in there, that's a shooting star. Didn't even notice that last night, but there you go. You can see there that the Pixel phone, it shoots a lot cooler temperature wise than what the iPhone one does. The iPhone one doesn't look as sharp as the Pixel photo. So what we'll do first is we'll have a look and do an edit on the iPhone photo. So let's just zoom in and we'll see what we can see here. There's a nice line going through there. I wonder if that was a satellite. Maybe, maybe not sure. But what you can see here is a lot of these artifacts, these noisy looking artifacts that you get on the iPhone. Keeping in mind, this sensor is tiny. It's the size of your little pinky fingernail. What I generally do with all of my astro photos when I first put them onto Lightroom is hit the auto button over here, and it will do everything it thinks is right to do, which is obviously for an astrophotography photo is the wrong thing to do. But what it does is it brings out highlights any problems I'm going to have with the photo. And you can see here it really brings out all those artifacts that is kind of the way that iPhone presents these photos. So it's certainly not as good as a camera, But we know that, and it's a phone. But if you have a look in there, those artifacts there, they're pretty full on. It's not a usable photo like that. So I'll just reset that, and we'll do an edit like we would normally do an edit. So I'll bring that exposure down a little bit, increase the contrast, increase the highlights, increase the shadows a little bit, increase the blacks. Zoom in there, let's get in there. I'm going to go down to the sharpening. I'm going to increase the sharpening. Yeah, I do. And I'll hit the option button. It'll turn it all to negative. Hit the masking tool, just so I know what I am sharpening and what I'm not. I really wanted just to get the trees and the main bright stars, and that's that. This is a pretty quick edit. We're not going to try and take anything out or add anything into it, anything like that. I'm going to cool that down a little bit with the white balance. It is a HEIC format photo. You can do it, it's just not as good as a RAW photo, obviously. And what I'll do, I'll throw a radial tool across the galactic core there. What I like to do with this is increase the clarity, increase the dehazing slider a little bit, increase the temperature a little bit, not a lot, and increase the saturation. Done with that. As far as I can concerned with a quick edit, that's it. All those artifacts are still there. We can try getting rid of that in the luminance slider. I suspect it won't do it though. If you're not sure what the luminance slider is, I'll link up the top to a video that I did with the Snapseed application on mobile phones and how to get rid of noise there. But that's as far as I'm going to go with this photo here. Now that's edited. Let's have a look at the pixel photo. This is unedited. We've not done anything to this. It's better already. That's amazing. There's the iPhone photo zoomed in. There's the pixel photo zoomed in. It's impressive. The way that it takes photos and stacks them on top of each other, I think is really, really cool. What I will say though is that I can see it here already. See these stars? They're not perfectly sharp. There's a little bit of a tail on most of these stars, and all that is a side effect of shooting longer than what the rule of 500 is. And if you don't know what that rule of 500 is, well, with phones, I'm just going to say it just doesn't matter. With cameras, it absolutely matters because you can control it a lot better. But with phones, the sensors are so small. It's one of these things that with astrophotography with phones, I basically say you just need to accept it because it's a phone. All right, let's do a quick edit on this one. We'll go up here and do the broad global ones. I'm happy with the white balance on that. I think it's a good, nice, cool white balance, and I like to have a cooler tinge to my astro photos generally. Not always, but generally. Sometimes I'll increase it and make it look a bit more orange, depending on what I'm shooting. Like that excavator that you might have saw before in the video, I'll keep that one a little bit more orange. All right, so we will decrease the exposure a little bit and increase the contrast. That brings the stars, makes them pop a little bit more. Highlights will bring down a little bit, shadows will bring up a little, blacks will bring up a little, and that's all for there. We'll head down to the sharpening tool again, increase the sharpening, I'll mask off so we're getting already with that mask compared to what was picking up at that same point with the iPhone photo. This thing's sharper already. You can just tell. It's not highlighted. It's highlighting more things to make sharp than what the iPhone photo did. Right, so we'll add that radial tool onto this one as well. Across that galactic core in the middle there. And increase the contrast. Increase the dehazing, increase the saturation just slightly, and increase the temperature oh so slightly. And that that's pretty bloody good. I'm really impressed with it. I'm going to use this one as my thumbnail for this video that you're watching right now. So if you're watching this, you saw this before you clicked on it, this is the photo. That's amazing. Well, I've got some pretty cool things coming up. I've got the iPhone 12 Pro we're going to compare the Pixel to. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see that. And I've got lots of tips and tricks all over the website there at phonephotoschool.com.au, and you can get onto there, subscribe to that website. You're going to get a free ebook with 6 ways to increase your creativity with mobile photography, as well as presets, 3 free presets for Snapseed available to you right now. And if you're not sure how to apply those, I'll link up the top again to the video that I've done how to create, share, load and save presets in Snapseed. Alright guys, I'll see you next week.